Hello, and thank you for stopping by Aspire to Inspire Arts and Crafts. Today I am doing the Shades of Springs, and I decided to use these three for the project that I am going to do. Now, I was inspired by Kerr, and so those are the three that I'm going to be working with. Now, if you really want to, let me show you really quick the package. I'm going to be using this and this one and this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these all the way around. I don't want the white label. Maybe I might leave one so I can make this even whiter. And so that's what I'll do. I'll cut only one side and then cut this part and this part, and then leave one of the sides so that when I glue it, I get the majority of the print. Oh, wait a minute, I said I was going to cut it this way, huh? So I'll be cutting this side, and this side, and leaving this alone, so that this way I can use this to glue this to the other side of this page, like this. Okay, so that's what I'll be doing. So I'm going to do that to all three. Let me just cut them and I'll be right back. Okay, I had to reprint these copies that I wanted to use to the full page. So this is a full page of 11 by, yeah, it's 11 by 8, I believe. 11 by 8.5, excuse me. 11 by 8.5. So this is the 8.5, this is the 11. So what I end up doing is I scored, I cut myself. I was already doing this without recording it. So I stopped myself so I could explain to you what I'm doing here. So yeah, this is the size of the print that I'm using, 8.5 by 11. So what I did is I scored an inch on one side. And the reason for this is because I'm going to glue this right next to this, like this, okay? And the way I'm gonna do that is by folding this, gluing this part. Let me just do that now. So I'm gluing this part. Using the wet glue. See how that comes out. If I don't like it, I'll go with the glue stick. So all I'm doing is going to the end of the crease to put this on there. Okay, so there it is. I would have to do some trimming, as you know, my cutting wasn't all that great. But anyway, then just fold the other end like this. So there's one. Okay, so as you can see, my cutting wasn't all that straight over here on this side. Everything looks good on this side, but not on the other side. And I'm doing it this way for the reason that I want it really to, so when you insert, these are going to be pockets, so when you insert it, you don't catch the paper. And I said I was going to trim this part because I didn't do a very good job here. So yeah, I went off a little, not too much. Okay, just trying to get this little part right here. There it is. So that's good enough. So there it is. That's one. And so here's the other one. And all I did was just a 1/2 inch scoring on one side then use your wet glue or your glue stick. Let's do the glue stick. The stick glue or the glue stick. The glue stick. I always get that backwards. I don't know if that has to do with my second language or not. I mean my first language. Because my first language is Spanish and my second language is English. So I don't know which one is better. Now I see some that use this as the border, so maybe I'll use that too. They'll use the border of the scoring board, and then they fold to the end of the scoring board. So I'm going to try to do that to see if this works better than the other way. That's me trying to eye it, and I think it does. I think I see Chappy Dappy Doodah do this. So I got to give credit to her. She's the one that does this. So that's what I'm doing. Again, my cutting wasn't all that great, so I'm just gonna go right here and trim this little part right here. So there's the other one and one more. So altogether just 3. And doing this side again. So I'm gonna do the wet glue on this one. And I'm just gluing this. Okay, and then do the same thing again. I'm going to just use the edge of this. Now, maybe if I hold it down, and then get this at the end here, and then everything else should follow. There it is. So like that technique, or that tip that she does. Guess what? I did not need any trimming, so I did a good job of cutting that one. So now you have all 3. And the next thing I'm going to try to do is try to measure this so that when I fold it, they all fold the way I want them to fold. There you go. There's the measurements. This one needs to be a little bit up. But this needs to be a little bit more. So now I need to figure out the measurements. The measurements are about an inch apart. Okay, so if they're an inch apart, so that's an inch, almost an inch. Let's see if it works on an inch. Here's the other one. Here's the other inch. Gotta make this the inch. This has to be an inch. And this one. So yeah, so they're an inch apart. So now I could fold this. Right off there. So this is it. Folding it right here. So that should be an inch. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets. Okay, so, and once we sew the middle part right here, it's not going to be they're not going to be small pockets. This one will be. This one will be like a tuck. But then starting from here, you're going to have a pocket. And you're going to have this pocket. And then this pocket. And then this is the larger one. And then you have the large one there. So that's how this goes. So that's what you do. You measure them by an inch. So 1, 2. So that's how it works. The bottom one is not going to be an inch. It's going to be more than an inch. But these are all inches. And then this one's a little bit bigger than all of them. Only for the fact that it's going to be the front part and you want this to be decorative. Have that decorative look. And then the back is going to be like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you just freehand it, sew it by binding it with the 3 holes, and then you have a little nice tie here, or you could just go and use the sewing machine and sew it across. So that's an option you could choose, and they look pretty square to me. So this is what you want to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and punch holes for the pocket on these pockets here. And I'm going to also distress and sew all the way around it. And then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I finished with my project. This one is the first one that I finished. Let me show you this one. I made two, but let me show you this one first. I use a clamp on this to hold the pages of all these. You saw how I made this, so now I'm just going to show you how I decorated. I didn't do the decoration on the film, only just to cut some time so that I could move forward and get my projects done, completed before I already started packing, but I really need to move on my packing because getting close to the moving date. But anyway, so this is it, and I decorated it. As you can see, I put some speckles with splattered paint, acrylic paint with black, white, and gold. Okay, I embellished it with these beautiful embellished ephemeras that are printed on the shades of spring and some stamps. So I used two stamps here and one of the ephemeras. And here's the pocket. As you notice, the pockets are this is the small one. And as I go up, you're gonna see that it's gonna get longer. The pockets are growing on you. Okay, so this is the second pocket. And what I did is I used Mod Podge matte because I like that water-based glue, sealer and finish all in one, so I like it. I like the way it gives a smooth texture to the collaging that I made here, because that's basically what I'm doing here is collaging. So I did the first one, and then the back I left it alone. They're very plain, just the way the cards, just the way the paper was. But I just did some stenciling with the black ink or Carvo to give it the script color. The script impression in there. So anyway, so this is the first one. I used one of these rose lace. I changed my ribbon. I had sari silk, and it was fuchsia, but when I was speckling, I got speckles all over the sari silk, and I didn't like the way that looked at Daryl. So I went ahead and I used my twine instead. So this is how it looks now. I think it looks better this way. Anyway, so the next pocket, here's my next pocket. This is how big this tag is, or card, and this is how far it goes in. So anyway, so I just thought I'd use it for demonstration here. Here's another lace trim on this side, rose trim on this side. I embellished this rose, this ephemera, and this one, and this one. So I added three ephemeras and then the rose. Fussy cut that to embellish this one. So that's how it looks. On the side of the pockets, you'll see the sewing. I love to sew, so I had to do the sewing. But you don't have to. And then I used my, I forget the size, my circle punch that I have, and that's what I used to do the pocket here. So this is the other embellishment. All I did was just use two stamps, get their Carvo ink stamping script. Oh, another embellish right in here, another ephemera right in here, and then the bird. So that's all I did here. And then of course the speckle, the black, white, and gold. And then you can see the script, archival. I did that throughout the back and the front. But I just Mod Podged the front and not the back. Now here, I made a pocket. Where's oh, here it is. I made a pocket here. And I used this ephemera along with the more ephemeras and stamps. This is a stamp and ephemeras, these two. And then I use this one as a pocket. And then of course the rose lace ribbon, and here's an envelope. I made the envelope the same way I did this. The only thing is I did not Mod Podged it. I left it alone, and this came on good. Okay, so I did that, and then on the back I did a slit so I could incorporate my slit in here to close the envelope. I didn't want to, I could cut these out, but I want to leave it like that in case you want to do some writings. You could use the gesso to lighten this up so you could do the writing. I might do that to this. But I made these a little bit too big. They went off the page, so I had to make another print to the size that they would fit. So I ended up using the back page of it instead of wasting paper. So I did the slit here so you can see it. So what I did is I just went from this end to this end, from right here to right here, put some dots, and then use this X-Acto knife to cut. And I'm getting better with that. That I mentioned that. But anyway, so that's what I did there. Here, maybe I should have put a different color of bird in here so you could have the contrast, but it kind of blends in a little bit, but not too much. But here you have the flower that I embellished there, the bird. Some more ephemeras, cards, mini ones that's on the kit, and then the stamp, and then just the trimming right here. Again, these are all sewn, and then you can see the stencil. I mean the stamping script that I use here. And I did the stamping script here too. And this is another pocket here. And then I use this just to demonstrate that there's a pocket there. I use this flower here, which means I gotta, see, that's why I kind of go over my stuff again and again, just to make sure everything is intact. And then a stamp here. I hope you can see, I hope I'm not off camera. This is my second take because I was off camera and I don't want to be off camera. So sorry if I am again. So then I did the ribbons here on both sides. If you notice, I rotated it from here to there, to there, to there, to there, and then on the top I did both of them so it could kind of blend in. I guess I could have done it here, but I didn't want to take away from the stamps. So anyway, so that's that. And here I've got two. This is on the print. It comes like this. I'm thinking of making it into a pocket. So if I do that, I'll just glue it on because I already sewed it. So that's what I'll do. I'll just glue it on into a cardstock and make it into pockets. So you could put like two bookmarks. You know, so you have a pocket for it. So I think I might do that to these. But for right now, they just go in like that, just for demo. And so, and again, if you notice, here's still the art carvo ink with the script that I used. And on the back here, I went a little bit crazy. Here's a stamp on the corners. And then I put this fussy cut flower in the middle, and then two birds in on this image for an art piece, I guess. So that's how this came out. So it's really simple. All I do is just use a clip to put it right in here. Showed you how to make it. All you need to do is decorate it the way you want to decorate it. So this is how I decorated mine. Okay? So now this one. This is the second one that I made. This is sheer lace and twine. And you take it apart. I used Tim Holtz die cut. I have the sidekick to the Big Shot. So, and I'm able to die cut. And so I put those two together. This is the color of the paper, of the cardstock. And all I did was painted this one acrylic white, and I spackled this one with acrylic white. And then I just Mod Podged it so it could give it that stiff look and not that flimsy look. Okay, here's the lace that I used. The lace is decorated on this side and on this side, but not on here because this is where you cut it. So I had to use the rose trim to put the lace on there. So you see, there's the lace. And then what I did is I sewed a pattern tissue to this cover. It's a flip cover. And so that's what I did here. And then here you have this image. These are the tags that come in the kit, the Shades of Spring. And all I did was just put the bird on here. Very simple, and of course the sewing all the way around. Here's the other one. This one I embellished it a little bit more because I wanted it to have that collage look, just like the pattern here. So I carried it out to this middle one here because all I had was this background and this background. So I thought it needed a little bit more collage. And then I put that bird there. And then here's the collage of just the bird because it already has plenty of decoration on the background. So just so that it could flow through. Okay, here's the back side of it, or the front part of it, and here's the lace again. Focus on the tissue pattern and the lace together. This is the bird that I embellished on here, and I used this and this, these two and the bird onto this tag. Here I used just the bird and this tag, and then the bird and this tag right here because this was already there. So that's how simple that came out. So it's really simple. I really like it. I think I need to just put a little bit of glue right in here. Okay, so there you go. So that's it to it. And then what I do is when you get the two twines, the twine and the sheer lace, they're both the same width. And what I do is I just try to measure the length on both sides. There you go. Put this in the middle. And close this. And then tie it on there. Like that. And then get this. to do from over the top to the bottom, and then through the loop. That's how I make my ties. I put my fingers in the both of these bows, and then grab the string and then tie it up. So there you go. And then to crinkle this up, all I do is I go back and forth like I'm doing an accordion, and then squish it up, and then you have that, and then do the same to this one. I think I grabbed the wrong one, so let me do them separate. Let it out, and I do this one over here. There you have it. So there you go. So there's my first one. Oh, that's my second one. So that's my project. So these two projects are completed and ready to take pictures of it and edit my film if I have to. And I'm done. Okay, thank you for watching. And to get the kit again, go to RachandBella Crafts Etsy store, and it's called The Shade of Springs. And so I made two projects for that digital kit, and it really came out real beautiful, and I love it. I love the way it came out. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.